Have you ever felt that something is happening behind the scenes, something you can't quite see, but you know it's there? Maybe it's a subtle shift, a strange feeling, or a sense that things are not as they seem. What if I told you that God is revealing everything that's been hidden from you? You might not see it yet, but the truth is unfolding right now, and it's more than just coincidental. The hidden forces around you, even the seemingly innocent people like your neighbors, are playing their part in a divine plan that's shaping your destiny in ways you can't even imagine. Life as a chosen one can often feel like walking through a fog with pieces of your path just out of sight. You see moments unfold before you, people coming and going, and yet you don't understand why things happen the way they do. What if I told you that these moments are not random? They're not just the result of chance or fate. They are part of a much greater design, one that is being orchestrated behind the scenes by the hand of God. The people around you, the ones you trust, the ones you may think of as ordinary, are often part of God's divine plan, moving you toward your purpose even when you don't see it. And then there are the people you pass by every day. Your neighbors. You might think they're just there, part of your routine, but have you ever stopped to think that they might be playing a role in this grand design? That even the smallest, seemingly insignificant interaction could be a divine setup. You see, God works in mysterious ways, and it's often the people closest to us, the ones we think we know the best, that are part of the most profound lessons and challenges. What if God is using them even without their knowledge to shape your future? You see, the chosen ones often walk through life unaware of the full scope of the divine plan being set in motion around them. You may not know what's going on behind the scenes, but trust that God is moving in your life in ways you cannot yet comprehend. The truth, when it's revealed, will open your eyes to the hidden actions that have been taking place all along. And when that truth comes, you'll see that everything, every moment, and every person has been strategically placed in your path to help you fulfill your destiny. God's plan is already in motion, and the time to reveal what's hidden is near. The unseen forces at work in your life are far more intricate and intentional than you may realize. While you move through your day-to-day existence thinking you are simply navigating the ordinary behind the scenes, a divine plan is unfolding. God's ability to reveal hidden truths and expose what is done in the shadows is unmatched. You might not see it now, but there are truths that have been veiled for a time, secrets that have been kept from your eyes, and in God's perfect timing, those secrets will be revealed to you. This is not just a process of unveiling hidden actions. It's a process of bringing clarity, understanding, and revelation to the chosen ones, those who are called to fulfill a greater purpose. God doesn't leave His chosen ones in the dark, not for long. You may feel like the pieces of your life aren't fitting together, or that the reasons behind your struggles remain unclear, but understand this: you are simply in a season of waiting for divine timing to unfold. God is always working, always preparing, even when you can't see it. The confusion you feel now, the mystery surrounding your life, it's all part of a divine strategy that will soon make sense. The truth that you seek, the understanding that you yearn for, will come at just the right time. God is not ignoring you. He is orchestrating every moment, every person, every circumstance, so that everything aligns with His perfect plan for your life. And when that time comes, when God lifts the veil, you will be amazed at how clearly everything connects. You'll see how your life has been influenced not only by your own choices, but by the actions of those around you, many of whom you might have never expected to be part of your story. The people who are in your life are not there by accident. Whether they're your friends, your family, or even strangers you encounter in passing, God has placed them in your path for a reason. These people are playing a vital role in your destiny, and many of them might not even know it. God moves through people's actions even without them realizing the weight of what they are doing. Have you ever had a moment where someone says something to you and it feels like they're speaking directly to your soul? Or perhaps someone unknowingly challenges you in a way that shifts your entire perspective. It could be a neighbor, a colleague, or a stranger in the store, but whatever the situation, God is using these interactions to guide you toward your destiny. Their words and actions may seem casual or insignificant, but in reality, they are divine tools being used to prepare you for what's ahead. God's hand is at work in the mundane and the extraordinary, in the people you know well and the ones you've never met. Every action they take, every choice they make, is part of a divine setup that leads you closer to your calling. This is the beauty of God's plan. It is interconnected. Your life is not lived in isolation. It is shaped by the people around you. Your neighbors, for example, might seem like just another part of your day-to-day routine. You pass them in the hallway or greet them in the street, but you might not realize the role they are playing in your divine purpose. Maybe they offer you a word of encouragement at the exact moment you need it, or perhaps they unknowingly create a challenge that leads you to grow stronger. God uses even the people closest to you to help shape your path. Whether they know it or not, they are involved in the divine plan that is being written for you. And the more you understand this, the more you will see that God is using every person in your life to prepare you for what is coming. You may look at your life and think that nothing extraordinary is happening, that nothing is aligning in the way you expected it to. But the truth is, God is moving in the background, using everyone and everything around you to guide you toward your purpose. And the more you open your eyes to this, the more you will see how perfectly everything has been planned. It's like God has placed everyone in your life for a specific purpose, and each person you encounter, whether they are aware of it or not, is helping you move forward on your journey. Your neighbors, your friends, your family, and even strangers, they are all pieces in the puzzle of your destiny, and God is the one who is placing each piece exactly where it needs to go. It's time for you to recognize that even the most seemingly insignificant interactions are not just random. Every conversation, every encounter, every word spoken, God is using it all. His hand is moving through the lives of others, even if they are unaware of the significance of their actions. You are not walking this path alone. The people around you are not bystanders. They are part of God's grand design for your life. And when you begin to understand this, you'll see how the hidden forces around you have been working all along, setting the stage for your divine calling to unfold. Your neighbors might seem like just another part of your daily surroundings, people you pass by without much thought or interaction. But if you look closer, you'll see that they are often much more connected to your divine purpose than you might realize. God has a way of placing specific people in our lives, often without us even recognizing their importance at first. But the people who live near you, your neighbors, are often the ones closest to the divine purpose that is unfolding in your life. The proximity of these individuals is no accident. It is part of God's intricate design to move you closer to your calling. You may think of your neighbors as simply part of your daily routine, people you say hello to, share a smile with, or pass by without thinking too much about their impact on your life. But what if these seemingly ordinary individuals are actually playing a much more significant role in the spiritual journey you are on? There's a divine purpose in the placement of people around you, even if they don't realize it. In fact, God often uses the people closest to us to shape and test us, pushing us toward the destiny He has already mapped out. It might be a simple gesture, an unexpected conversation, or even a subtle challenge they present. But in these interactions, God's hand is guiding your steps. Think about the interactions you've had with the people closest to you, the ones you may see every day. A neighbor who offers you encouragement at a time when you feel discouraged. A friend who challenges you in a way that forces you to grow, or even someone who unintentionally teaches you patience or forgiveness. These seemingly mundane exchanges can hold deep, hidden meanings. God doesn't just use strangers or grand events to move you toward your destiny. He often uses the people in your immediate environment, those who are in close proximity, to help push you forward. The power of proximity means that those closest to you may be placed in your life for a reason, whether they realize it or not. And God will use their actions, words, and even their challenges to refine you, strengthen your faith, and guide you toward your true purpose. Even the smallest events or moments can be part of God's grand design. You might walk past your neighbor every morning and exchange pleasantries, but what if those small interactions are not just casual? What if those brief exchanges are seeds being planted in your life, guiding you toward your purpose in ways you can't see yet? In God's eyes, nothing is insignificant. Every word spoken, every act of kindness, every moment of shared silence has the potential to move you one step closer to fulfilling the destiny He has for you. These moments might seem trivial at first glance, but they are anything but random. They are precisely the kinds of interactions God uses to set you on the path He has chosen for you. But it's not just the visible, everyday moments that hold divine significance. Behind closed doors in the quiet spaces of your life, God is still at work. There are invisible actions taking place, acts of kindness that go unnoticed, moments of betrayal that challenge your faith, or even silent interventions that steer you in the right direction when you weren't looking. These hidden events may seem small or inconsequential in the moment, but they are far from meaningless. God uses these moments, these invisible actions, to refine your character, to test your patience, and to deepen your trust in Him. And while these moments may not be immediately apparent in time, they will reveal themselves as the crucial steps that led you closer to the realization of your purpose. There are times in your life when it feels like nothing is happening, like the world is standing still. You may be going through challenges, and it might seem as though things aren't aligning the way you hoped they would. But here's the truth. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, God is still working. He's moving behind the scenes, orchestrating events, and using people, whether you realize it or not, to push you toward your destiny. The things that feel like setbacks or detours are in fact divine steps that are preparing you for what's to come. Every person who enters your life, every conversation, every challenge is being used by God to help you grow and move closer to your ultimate calling. The beauty of God's design is that it's not always about grand, noticeable events. It's in the small, quiet moments where God does some of His greatest work. Every hidden act, whether it's an unexpected gesture of kindness, a moment of trial, or a quiet intervention, holds deep significance. These moments, though invisible to the eye, are the very steps that are refining you, helping you grow, and drawing you nearer to your destiny. Even when you don't see it, God is orchestrating your life one small moment at a time to lead you to where you need to be. These hidden actions are not random. They are divine steps being taken, sometimes behind the scenes, to push you toward your purpose. God's plan is at work in every detail of your life, and often the people closest to you, your neighbors, your friends, your family, are instrumental in that plan. They might not realize it, but their actions, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, are part of a greater design to help you fulfill your divine calling. Don't overlook the small moments and interactions, because they are often the most important. Recognize that God is using these invisible moments to shape you, guide you, and prepare you for what lies ahead. And when you look back, you'll see how perfectly everything has been orchestrated, how even the quietest moments have played a pivotal role in your journey toward your destiny. For the chosen one, understanding the journey isn't always about having all the answers right away. It's about embracing the unknown with trust and faith, even when the path ahead seems unclear. Life often presents us with moments where we are left questioning, where the road feels dark and we can't see the destination. But this is where your faith must rise above your doubt. God is working in the unseen, and though you may not fully understand the events unfolding, you can trust that He is leading you to where you need to be. Trust that God is revealing what's hidden, but only in His perfect timing. It's easy to feel lost, to wonder if you're on the right path when everything around you feels uncertain. The obstacles, the challenges, and even the people you encounter along the way might seem like they're standing in your way. But what if I told you they are not obstacles at all? They are simply part of the divine preparation that is happening right now. God is working behind the scenes, setting things in motion and shaping you through each challenge you face. Every struggle, every hardship, and every person who seems to be in your path is actually part of the process that is preparing you for something greater. These are not random events. They are divine moments designed to refine you and bring you closer to your destiny. For the chosen one, the key is to trust the process, even when it feels uncomfortable or confusing. Trust that every step you're taking, even the ones that seem like setbacks, are leading you exactly where you need to go. The success you're destined for isn't a result of your own strength or planning. It's God's plan unfolding. Your role is to walk in faith even when the destination is unclear. God's timing is perfect, and in the fullness of time, you will see how every moment, every struggle, and every interaction has been part of His larger plan for you. This brings us to the importance of seeing the bigger picture. Everything in your life, from the highs to the lows, is part of a grand design that God has already set in motion for you. It may be hard to see now, especially when you're in the midst of the journey, but everything happening in your life serves a greater purpose. Every challenge is a piece of the puzzle. Every delay is a necessary detour, and every person you meet is a link in the chain that will lead you to the fullness of your purpose. When you're focused on the immediate moment, it's easy to get caught up in frustration or confusion. But to truly understand the significance of your journey, you have to step back and see the bigger picture. God is orchestrating your life in ways you cannot yet comprehend, and the challenges you face today are the building blocks of your future success. It's not about getting to the finish line quickly, it's about trusting that each step is part of a larger plan that is unfolding just as it should. Even when it feels like you're stuck or when obstacles seem insurmountable, know this: each challenge is leading you closer to your destiny. The difficulties you face today are laying the groundwork for the triumphs of tomorrow. You may not see it now, but in time you will look back and understand how everything, even the struggles, was part of God's perfect plan to shape you into the person you are meant to be. As a chosen one, your path is filled with both light and darkness, joy and pain. But all of it is necessary. The journey you're on is not random, it is divinely orchestrated. So step forward with trust, knowing that God is guiding you through each moment, even the ones that seem unclear. Remember, it's all part of the bigger picture, and everything happening in your life right now is leading you to something far greater than you can even imagine. As we near the conclusion of this journey, I want to take a moment to encourage you to reflect deeply on the hidden workings in your life. Look at your past and present, at the people who have crossed your path and the events that have shaped your story. How many times have you felt that something was happening just beyond your awareness? Something that seemed out of your control yet was undeniably significant. Now ask yourself this: could God be using those around you, your family, friends, neighbors, even strangers, to guide you, shape you, and move you toward your divine purpose? When we look at life through a lens of spiritual awareness, we realize that every interaction, every encounter, no matter how small or fleeting, may be part of the greater plan God has laid out for us. Take a moment and think back to those unexpected moments, the ones where someone's words spoke directly to your heart, where a stranger's kindness changed your perspective, or where a neighbor's challenge sparked a new direction. These may not have seemed like big moments at the time, but when we look back, we can often see how God was working through those people to set us on the right path. Could it be that God has been using these hidden connections, these subtle interactions, to bring you closer to your true calling? The beauty of divine intervention is that it's not always loud or obvious. God works quietly behind the scenes, orchestrating events and placing people in your life to help you grow and move toward your destiny. Now, I encourage you to reflect more deeply who has impacted your life in ways you didn't expect. Maybe it was a neighbor who offered you support during a hard time, or a friend who challenged you to look at things from a different perspective. Perhaps it was a stranger who unknowingly gave you the advice you needed to hear at just the right moment. God often works through the people around us, especially those we least expect, to help us grow spiritually and move closer to our purpose. The connections we make are not just happenstance. Each person who comes into our lives plays a role, whether big or small, in the divine story God is unfolding for us. When you begin to see life through this lens, you realize that nothing and no one is truly insignificant. Everyone who crosses your path is part of a greater divine design. I want to hear from you now. Take a moment to think about the neighbors in your life, those who may have had an unexpected influence on your spiritual journey. Who are the people who have impacted you in ways you didn't see at the time? How have they shaped your faith or moved you closer to your divine calling? I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story could be the encouragement someone else needs to recognize the divine presence in their own life. Maybe there's someone in your life who played a part in your spiritual growth, whether they knew it or not. Tell us how they've helped you move toward your purpose and how their actions align with God's plan. Chosen ones, It's time to remember this one truth. God's plan is unfolding right now in your life. Nothing is happening by chance. Every moment, every person, every challenge is part of a larger plan that is leading you toward your destiny. Even when things seem uncertain, even when the road ahead feels unclear, trust that God is moving behind the scenes to shape your path. Sometimes the obstacles we face or the delays we experience are actually the very things God is using to refine us, to teach us, and to prepare us for the greater purpose He has set before us. Trust that the timing is divine, and that every moment is leading you closer to the fulfillment of your calling. As you walk forward in faith, know that divine revelations are unfolding as you continue to grow in trust. The things that seem hidden now will be revealed in time. And when that moment comes, you'll see how every single step, every person, every interaction, every struggle was part of God's perfect plan. The journey may not always be easy, but it is leading you exactly where you need to be. Keep walking in faith, chosen one, for you are exactly where God wants you to be, and His plan for you is far greater than you can ever imagine. Trust that the divine revelations will lead you, and that nothing is happening by accident. Your destiny is unfolding step by step, and in time you will see how beautifully everything has come together for your greater purpose. Heavenly Father, I come before you today with a heart full of trust, knowing that you are always at work in every area of my life, even when I can't see it. Lord, you know the desires of my heart and the paths that I walk, and I believe with all my being that you are orchestrating every step, even the ones that seem uncertain. You are behind the scenes, weaving together every moment, every encounter, every challenge to fulfill the divine purpose you have set for me. I thank you for your unending love and faithfulness, for I know that nothing is by chance and nothing escapes your perfect plan. Father, I pray that you continue to reveal your will for my life in your perfect timing. When the road ahead seems unclear and I don't understand why things are unfolding the way they are, give me the faith to trust that you are in control. Help me to lean not on my own understanding, but to fully rely on your wisdom and divine guidance. Even when I feel lost, help me to remember that you are leading me step by step to the purpose you have destined for me. Lord, I ask for the strength to embrace the unknown, to walk forward in faith, and to trust in your timing. There are moments when I feel uncertain, when I can't see the full picture, but I know that you are faithful and you will reveal what's hidden when the time is right. I ask that you open my eyes, Father, so that I can see the hidden workings of your hand in my life. Let me be aware of the ways you are moving through people, events, and even in my struggles. Teach me to recognize that everything, even the moments that seem insignificant, is part of your greater plan for me. Lord, I thank you for the people you have placed in my life. I thank you for the neighbors, friends, family, and even strangers who cross my path. I pray that you continue to work through them to guide me, challenge me, and help me grow in the ways you desire. I know that the people around me, whether they are aware of it or not, are playing an essential role in your divine design. Use them, Lord, to shape me and lead me toward the destiny you have for me. May I never take for granted the lessons I learn from others, even in the small everyday interactions. I pray that you bless them as you have blessed me, and that your love and presence fill their lives as they have filled mine. Father, I also pray for the obstacles and challenges I face along the way. Help me to see that even when it feels like I am standing in the midst of trials, these are opportunities for growth, refinement, and preparation for what you have ahead. I ask for the strength to face these challenges with courage, knowing that you are using them to mold me into the person you've called me to be. May I embrace the hardships knowing that they are part of your divine purpose for my life. In times of doubt, remind me of your promises. Remind me that you are always with me, that you never leave me, and that your plan for me is far greater than anything I can imagine. I surrender my worries, my doubts, and my fears to you, trusting that you will guide me and protect me through every season. Help me to walk with confidence, knowing that my steps are ordered by you and that your plans for me are filled with hope and a future. Lord, as I continue on this journey, I ask that you continue to lead me by your Spirit. Keep my heart soft, my ears attentive, and my mind open to the divine lessons you wish to teach me. Help me to see the bigger picture and trust in your greater purpose. May I walk forward in faith, knowing that everything, even the struggles, is part of your design to bring me closer to the destiny you have prepared. I surrender my life to you, Lord. I trust in your plan. Guide me, strengthen me, and empower me to live in the fullness of the purpose you have created me for. I trust that you are working all things together for my good, and that every step I take is leading me closer to my destiny. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.